first, yes, Professor McGonagall.
Thank you, Hagrid. I will take them from here. Welcome to Hogwarts. The start of the term banquet will begin shortly, but before you take your seats in the Great Hall, you will be sorted into your houses. The sorting is a very important ceremony because while you are here, your house will be something like your family within Hogwarts. You will have classes with the rest of your house, sleep in your house dormitory, and spend free time in your house common room. The four houses are called Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, and Slytherin. Each house has its own noble history and each has produced outstanding witches and wizards. While you are at Hogwarts, your triumphs will earn your house points, while any rule breaking will lose house points. At the end of the year, the house with the most points is awarded with the house cap, a great honor. I hope each of you will be credited to whichever house becomes yours. The voting ceremony will take place in a few minutes in front of the rest of the school. I suggest you all smarten yourselves up as much as you can while you are waiting. I shall return when we are ready for you. Please wait quietly. How exactly do they sort us into houses? Some sort of test, I think. Fred said it hurts a lot, but I think he was joking.
I'll catch you.
What the? Forgive and forget. I say we ought to give him a second chance. My dear Friar, haven't we given Peeves all the chances he deserves? He gives us all a bad name and you know, he's not really even a ghost. Oh, I say, what are you all doing here? New students, about to be sorted, I suppose. Hope to see you in Hufflepuff, my old house, you know. Move along now. The sorting ceremony is about to start. Now, form a line and follow me.
Oh, you may not think I'm pretty, but don't judge on what you see. I'll eat myself if you can find a smarter hat than me. You can keep your bowlers black, your top hat sleek and tall, for I am the Hogwarts sorting hat, and I can cap them all. There's nothing hidden in your head, the sorting hat can see. So try me on and I will tell you where you ought to be. You might belong in Gryffindor, where duel the brave at heart. Their daring Norwegian chivalry set Gryffindors apart. You might belong in Hufflepuff, where they are just and loyal. Those passionate Hufflepuffs are true and unafraid of toil. Or yet in wise old Ravenclaw, if you are ready-minded, where those of wit and learning will always find their kind. Or perhaps in Slytherin you'll make your real friends. Those cunning folk use enemies to achieve their ends. So put me on, don't be afraid, and don't get in a flap. You are in safe hands, for I am a talking cap.
So we have just got to try the hat? I'll kill Fred. He was going on about wrestling a troll. When I call your name, you will put on the hat and sit on the stool to be sorted. Abbott Hannah.
Hufflepuff.
Bones Susan.
Hufflepuff.
Boost Terry.
Ravenclaw.
Finch Fletchley Justin.
Hufflepuff.
Ranger Hermione.
Gryffindor.
Malfoy, Draco.
Slytherin.
Potter, Harry. Potter? Did you say? The Harry Potter?
Difficult. Very difficult. Plenty of courage, I see. Not a bad mind either. There's talent, oh my goodness, yes. And a nice sauce to prove yourself. Now, that's interesting. So where shall I put you?
Not Slytherin. Not Slytherin.
Not Slytherin? Are you sure? You could be great, you know it's all here in your head, and Slytherin will help you on the way to greatness, no doubt about that, no? Well, if you're sure, better be Gryffindor!
We got Potter!
We got Potter! We got Potter! Well done, Ron. Excellent.
Welcome! Welcome to a new year at Hogwarts. Before we begin our banquet, I would like to say a few words, and here they are. Nitwit, Blabber, Oddman, Twick. Thank you. Is he a bit mad?
Mad? He is genius. Best wizard in the world. But he's a bit mad, yes. Potatoes, Harry? That does look good. Can't you, I haven't eaten for nearly 500 years. I don't need to, of course, but one does miss it. I don't think I've introduced myself. Sir Nicholas de Mimsy Porpington at your service, resident ghost of Gryffindor Tower.
I know who you are. My brothers told me about you. You are nearly headless, Nick.
I would prefer you to call me Sir Nicholas de Mimsy.
Nearly headless? How can you be nearly headless?
Like this. So, new Gryffindors, I hope you are going to help us win this house championship this year. Gryffindors have never gone so long without winning. Slytherins have got the cup 6 years in a row. The blood bar is becoming almost unbearable. He is the Slytherin ghost.
How did he get covered in blood?
I've never asked.
I'm half and half. My dad's a muggle. Mom didn't tell him she was a witch until after they were married. Bit of nasty shock for him. What about you, Neville? My gran brought me up and she's a witch. But the family thought I was all muggle for ages. My great-uncle Algy kept trying to catch me off my guard and force some magic out of me. He pushed me off the end of Blackpool Piers once. I nearly drowned it, but nothing happened until I was 8. Great-uncle Algy came around for dinner and he was hanging me out of an upstairs window by the ankle when my great-aunt Enid offered him a marrying and he accidentally let go. But I bounced all the way down the garden into the road. They were all really pleased. Gran was crying. She was so happy. And you should have seen their faces when I got in here. They thought I might not be magic enough to come here. Great-uncle Algy was so pleased. He bought me my toad. Ouch! What is it? Nothing. Who's that teacher talking to Professor Quirrell? Oh, you know Quirrell already, do you? No wonder he's looking so nervous. That's Professor Snape. He teaches potions, but he doesn't want to. Everyone knows he's after Quirrell's job. Knows an awful lot about the dark arts. Snape. Just a few more words now that we are all fed and watered. I have a few start of term notices to give you. First, you should note that the forest on the grounds is forbidden to all pupils, and a few of our older students would do well to remember that as well. I've also been asked by Mr. Filch, the caretaker,
to remind you all that no magic should be used between classes in the corridors. Quidditch trials will be held in the second week of the term. Anyone interested in playing for their house teams should contact Madame Hooch. Finally, I must tell you that this year the third floor corridor on the right hand side is out of bounds to everyone who does not wish to die a very painful death. Huh? He's not serious? Must be. It's odd, because he usually gives us a reason why we are not allowed to go somewhere. The forest's full of dangerous beasts, everyone knows that. I do think he might have told us prefects at least. And now, before we go to bed, let us read a verse of school poem. Hogwarts, Hogwarts, Hoggy Hogwarts, teach us something, please, whether we be old and bold, or young with scabby knees. Our heads could be with filling with some interesting stuff, for now they are bare and full of air, dead flies and bits of fluff. So teach us things worth knowing, bring back what we have forgot. Just do your best, we'll do the rest, and learn until our brains all rot. Poem. A magic beyond all we do here. And now bedtime, off you trot. Pierce, a poltergeist. Pierce, show yourself. Do you want me to go to the Bloody Baron?
Ooh, Eagle Fastest, what a fun!
Go away, Pierce, or Baron will hear about this. I mean it. You want to watch out for Pierce. The Bloody Baron's the only one who can control him. He won't even listen to us prefects. Here we are. Password Caput Draconis. Girls to the right, boys to the left.